You cannot make this up. You guys remember the tweet that they sent out very, very early during all of this stuff. Oh, America's born and it was made on stolen indigenous land. You better fact check your stuff before you go out there and put something so deleterious to the nation that you call home and make all of your profits off of before you make such a grandiose statement. What? Just absolute idiots. Indigenous chief, okay, wants to take back Ben & Jerry's HQ built on stolen land. You cannot make this stuff up. Oh, you just love it when commies own themselves. Oh, it's delicious. Pun partially intended. An indigenous tribe descendant from the Native American nation, the land in Vermont, the Ben & Jerry's headquarters is located on, would be interested in taking it back, its chief said, after the company publicly called for stolen lands to be returned. Don Stevens, no relation, chief of the Nulhagen band of the Coosac Abenaki Nation. Yes, Don Stevens. My middle name is Two Scoops, Don Two Scoops Stevens. Remember, I'm a quarter native. I can do that. One of four. Hey, see, even a quarter. Descended from the Abenaki that are recognized in Vermont, told Newsweek it was always interested in reclaiming the stewardship of our lands. These are our lands. We need to take the white communist man off of our land. That's all right. You can leave the means of production, you thieving white men. But the company had yet to approach them. Oh man. This comes after the ice cream company was questioned as to what it would give up, or if it would give up its Burlington, Vermont headquarters, which sits on a vast swath of U.S. territory that was under the auspices of the Abenaki people before colonization. The U.S. was founded on stolen indigenous lands, the company said in a statement ahead of Independence Day. This year, let's commit to returning it. Well, guess what? You first, you absolute thieves. It added that the land back movement was about ensuring that indigenous people can again govern the land their communities called home for thousands of years, but focused much of its statement on taking of land from the Lakota and South Dakota. See, this is just like every other good liberal that's out there. Oh, we need to enrich those minorities, unless that involves any sort of personal harm, or not even so much harm, just a little bit of discomfort to them. Oh, we weren't actually talking about our stolen lands. We're talking about the ones that people hold near and dear to their heart. Those are the ones that we care about. Nobody would on our little factory. Come on. The acknowledgement of historical tribal lands is a contentious subject. Yeah, because it's fucking stupid. You guys lost the war. Sucks to suck. You know what? Knit your own fucking blankets and get over that little cough. Pitting the claims of Native Americans whose ancestors were subject to violent persecution and displacement. Oh my God, shut up. Against the status quo of the modern nation with entrenched borders. Well, not so much. You can just take a look at the southern border, and if you don't like it, go inspect it yourself. While some say colonized ancestral lands should be at least partially returned, no, fuck off. Let's see what happens. I live around a whole bunch of reserves that are around here that was returned indigenous lands to those people, and they get appropriate stipend checks every month. And you know what they do? They get their homes built for them, and then they start to wreck them because the white man will come in and fix it on their dime. And they just end up descending into addiction. Highest rates of addiction, highest rates of obesity in the entire country come specifically from the native populations living on reservations. But whenever the liberal government needs to go ahead and roll out a nice new scandal in order to make white people feel bad, we found all those mass graves underneath the residential schools. Oh, all those mass graves. How many bodies did you find? We found so many mass graves. Good stuff. But okay, they're already presupposing the question that, we just want to go ahead and give everything back. No, we don't. Okay. Others say it is impossible to decide which of the various groups to have claimed land throughout history. Yeah, exactly. Do you give back the colonized lands to the people that colonized it from another tribe, or to the tribe once removed who took it from another tribe, who took it from another? See how dicey this ends up getting? Maps show that the Abenaki, a confederacy of several tribes. Oh, really? They had to come together and work together because there were other tribes also slaughtering them at the time. Oh, no, just the natives were all peaceful people, right? Who united against encroachment from a rival tribal confederacy. Jesus fucking Christ, controlled an area that stretched from the northern border of Massachusetts in the south of New Brunswick, Canada. That's the one attached province in the Maritimes. I think Nova Scotia does have a little bit attached. Well, it's also, you know, an island as well. And then you got PEI, and then you got Newfoundland, but no, Labrador is also right at the top of Quebec. It's carved out. The eastern part of Canada is just absolute dog shit anyways. Everybody leaves it to come and work in Alberta anyways. Not telling any fucking tales out of school. In the north and from the St. Lawrence River in the west. Oh, in the west to the east coast. No, the St. Lawrence River is right in Ontario. Straddles the line between the old North and South Canada, which, if you take a look at those maps, they don't make fucking sense at all. Well, neither does Canada in general. This would put Ben & Jerry's headquarters, located in a business park in southern Burlington, right next to the coat factory, within the western portion of the historic territory, though it does not sit in any modern-day tribal lands. Yeah, not modern-day, but historical ones, which we should be returning that land to, right, Ben and or Jerry? We are always interested in reclaiming the stewardship of our lands throughout our traditional territories and providing opportunities to uplift our communities. Yes, exactly. Or you could just pay us in a bunch in several pallets of ice cream. That would be great. Very tasty. You white men really know how to mix up the cream and the sugar together. It's very scrumptious. You have anything that tastes like buffalo and scope? I would appreciate it, white man. Stevens said, when asked about whether the Nulhegi Abenaki tribe would want to see the property handed over to indigenous people. Well, the chief said that the tribe had not been approached in regards to any land back opportunities from Ben & Jerry's. If and when we are approached, many conversations with the Great Spirit and discussions will need to take place to determine the best path forward for all involved. Yeah, because we want the land. We just don't want any of the machinery. It's too complex and we don't really want to work. We just want something for free. Get the fuck out. Ben & Jerry's has not publicly responded to calls to return to the land and its headquarters is situated on, but instead they'll go ahead and drive down Unilever stock prices with their stupid fucking comments. God, it's hilarious. Spokesperson for the Odanak Council of Abenakis, who now resides in Montreal, Quebec. Oh, what do you even care about? You're just trying to steal other people's land in a different country, loser. Told Newsweek that the council would comment on the matter following the weekly meeting on Monday, where they all exchanged bannock recipes or some dumb shit. Newsweek also approached the Abenaki Nation of Missisquoi, okay, and the Elnu Abenaki tribe, both recognized in Vermont via email. I should have tried to contact them via smoke signals. I think that's how those people really do like to communicate. Via email for comment on Thursday. Contact details, weekends probably start on Thursday because, you know, work ethic. Contact details for the other state-recognized tribe, the Kawasaki traditional band of Kosops Abenaki Nation, could not immediately be found. Well, no, yeah. It probably could, but you also have a difficult time, you know, finding the correct contact information for people specifically at slot machines and casinos. According to the historical records, the Abenaki initially traded with European settlers in the 16th century, but their population was affected by the spread of Old World diseases. Well, if they're Old World and they were already there, wouldn't you think that they built up a tolerance? The Confederacy allied with French colonizers against English. How well did that work out for you? You picked a fucking loser. English settlers and growing territorial disputes. Before many fled to what is now Canada. Oh my God, for generations, people fleeing to Canada in order to avoid a war. God, you want to give land back to losers. Losers! Following a series of defeats at the hands of the English. Yo, man, they had to sail all the way across the ocean, and you couldn't even beat sea-wary guys. Like, come on, you guys fucking suck, and you already know the land. God damn it, you deserved to lose. During the early part of the 20th century, you know, like 400 years after you guys have already got BTFO'd, a state-sponsored eugenics program in Vermont saw some Abenaki sterilized. No, just the felons. The Nugaheli, whatever, Abenaki tribe has described these acts as ethnocide. Well, you're still around, so I don't really know how effective that was. But yes, if Ben & Jerry's were to return their land, that's who they'd be returning it to. Somebody who is completely and totally indistinguishable from any other descendant of a tribe. But there's some old animal skin where they were carving out vague boundaries that would somehow make justification for free stuff into the future. Sure thing, pal. But remember, heading into the weekend, Ben & Jerry's had cost Unilever $2 billion in market cap loss, with hilarious stories like this continuing. Lord only knows what's going to be happening next week, and I'm personally looking forward to it, mostly because it's just so damn funny. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.